All right, on this week's episode of Bet Bath and Beyond, Andy and I open the podcast up with college football. Big Ten, Pac-12, canceling their season, the impact on that. We have a really good discussion. You're not going to want to miss that. We also bring back good, bad, and ugly bets. Spoiler, I don't have any ugly bets. It's awesome. Awesome feeling. We also have 5-star bets. These are bets that are surefire bets. No way it's going to miss. I did a lot of research on one of them. You're going to want to listen to it. You're going to want to bet it. Okay? With a little disclaimer, do not get mad at me if it's wrong. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. We end the podcast with a mock fantasy football draft. It's actually a lot of fun. It's very informative. Andy knows a lot about fantasy football. And if you're going to play fantasy football this year, if you're going to have a team, you're going to want to listen to that segment. It's very informative. All right, let's get into it.
With your hosts, Ian and Andy.
Welcome to Bet Bath and Beyond. I am Ian Peacock.
I am Andy Heidemann, and we have a little extra beyond today.
What's the beyond?
I don't know. I say that, and then you throw in the panache. That's not my job.
Andrew, I don't think we're going to have college football.
I think we're gonna have college football in the spring.
So, if you guys haven't heard, this episode is being released on Tuesday, August 11th. We're recording it the night before. But if you haven't heard yet, the Big Ten and Pac-12 are scheduled to cancel their 2020 collegiate season. I'm shook.
And I'm real sad.
I'm shook.
I get it, because it is a business. Even though these athletes do not make money, it's a business, right? College is a business. Like, these universities and the NCAA make a ton of money off of this, and they don't want to be on the hook for anyone who gets sick or takes ill. I mean, these are kids, right?
They are kids, and not only are they kids, they're students. That's
Right.
where that's where the line gets kind of blurred, because they're not professional athletes, even though there are arguments that they should be. They're not. And
Right.
the NCAA has to, or I guess it's not the NCAA, it's really the individual conferences
Right.
have to look out for their players / students.
And it's interesting. Not that I've looked into this, but I'm kind of curious. If you look at some of these colleges that are going to be having in-person classes, what other extracurricular activities are they having that they're not canceling, like football? Understandably, the devil's advocate, football is huge. It'd be hard to curb it. But, you're going to look at concerts maybe, or you're going to look at club meetings and all that sort of stuff that have still large numbers. And I'm kind of curious if the universities are going to do stuff about that as well, right?
Yeah, they have to. And let's talk about sports so far that have been going on during COVID-19. We got the NBA.
Right.
We got the MLB.
The NBA is killing it, by the way.
The NBA is killing it. You know who's also killing it? The MLS.
Are they really?
Yeah, well, they're all in the same place. They're all in the bubble in Florida, in Disney World. And so far, that's looking like a pretty fucking smart idea.
MLB's kind of fucking it up, though.
MLB is fucking it up because they're not in a bubble. Even though the bubble was kind of their idea, they're not in a bubble.
Which is so weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. They were too big of pussies to actually go through with the idea.
Think about how many fucking teams are in just Chicago alone. Have them bubble together for a month and a half and play round robin tournament style, right?
There are two teams in Chicago.
Well, there's a bunch in that area, right?
Oh, okay. So you're just talking about the Midwest?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. I guess
you do realize Chicago is a city and not a region in the country.
It's not a continent.
Andrew, don't say stupid shit like that on our podcast.
No, I just meant you think about that's probably the biggest epicenter for sports in that area. I mean, bigger in Minneapolis, definitely bigger in Milwaukee. Milwaukee sucks.
But what are you saying? Like, what are you saying?
I'm just saying that a lot of people wouldn't have to travel all that far team wise, as opposed to like these NBA teams that are doing it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're talking about take all of the baseball teams that are in the Midwest. So you have like the Royals, you have the Cardinals, you have the Cubs, you have the White Sox, you have the Twins,
Brewers,
and put them in a bubble somewhere, not in Chicago, but somewhere, somewhere in the Midwest, and just have them have a tournament just like the MLS is having.
Right, and then do that for West Coast teams and do it for East Coast teams. Maybe do it that way. And then what you could do is have it be monthly. Because I don't know, with the season being 60 games, it's going to be like, what, 3-4 months, maybe?
60 games. Yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, they're playing a game every day pretty much. So, I mean, they might knock this out in 2 months.
Well, so my thing would be...
Well, then you got playoffs.
Right. So I would say you play your tournament of the people in your bubble, and then you tag out with another one, and there'll be some teams that don't have to travel. It'd be unfair, but you're already playing only a 60 game season anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. Like how much is this season really, how much is it really going to be worth? You might as well just fuck around with it.
I can't believe the amount of people who are like, we want to play, we're athletes. And, and I get that. I respect that. And then we're like, but we don't want to play that way. So, okay, well, you got to kind of make up your mind here.
Yeah, you either want sports back or you don't want sports back. I think the majority of sports fans, we want sports back during COVID. I don't really care.
We do.
And we did get it back. It is a reality right now. But I don't really care the format that it's in.
Right.
We were in a barren fucking wasteland, Andrew.
Dude, I was on YouTube. I was watching people race marbles.
I was just about to say, I was watching tons of 30 for 30s,
that too.
Just to get my fix, which honestly was pretty entertaining. Lance Armstrong documentary. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole of 30 for 30s, but please watch it. I'm into biking now.
You bike every day?
Almost every day. And I bike so much that my gooch no longer hurts when I ride the bike.
Is it just calloused?
Yeah, it's just all calloused down there. But I don't feel anything. But yeah, I mean, I was watching highlights. I was watching old World Series games on ESPN. I literally was. I mean, The Last Dance. The Last Dance was a highlight.
That was, dude. Okay, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
Do you remember Tiger King?
Yes, I do remember Tiger King.
Think about when that was timeline wise in your life, and then think about it in comparison to The Last Dance, and you watched what was the animated show that you had me watch on Hulu? Is it the Outer something?
Outer Banks.
It's no, not Outer Banks.
No, it's Outer Banks.
The Roiland one that was kind of like Rick and Morty.
Solar opposites. It's solar
opposites. Yeah. So I mean, just think about all the stuff that we watched that we were because there's no sports on and we can't go outside. It's all blending together.
Yeah, I mean those were pretty much our test episodes of this podcast. Was us just there are no sports on right now. We're a sports betting podcast. We can't really talk about sports.
Right.
Might as well talk about stupid shit like solar opposites. What's our favorite Pixar movies? Man, those were dark times.
But now we're going to be heading into the same shit because college game day is not going to be a thing because there's not going to be football to watch.
Okay. Yeah, let's get back on track. It does suck.
It blows.
I understand where the conferences are coming from. It sucks, dude. And you know what? I don't see how other conferences aren't going to follow because as of right now, the ACC and the SEC, so those are two
powerhouse conferences.
They're saying that they're still going to play. I mean, it's not they're not saying that they're 100% going to play, but they're saying as of right now, we're monitoring the situation, but we still expect to play. I don't see how you do it now.
Well, okay, here's the thing. If they are smart about it, two conferences could go 2-2, you know what I mean? And only play each other.
2-2.
You know what I mean? Because there's going to be, they could take two conferences and just have them play each other. No cross whatsoever. Just,
yeah.
I guess, and then no championship this year.
I know that you
Be-
can't. No. You cannot have a championship when the Big Ten, Pac-12 are canceling their season. Talk about
See,
okay. Let's go back to our asterisk talk from like episode 1. That's a huge asterisk because it's not a level playing field. You know, before it was a level playing field, even though it's a shortened season for everyone, it's still a level playing field because everyone's there. Everyone gets the same opportunity, even though it's a shortened opportunity. It's still the same for everyone. Now, what you're saying is that Ohio State and some of these other big names that are in the Big Ten and the Pac-12, they're not even going to play. So anyone who wins the championship this year, there's always
Right.
going to be an asterisk because there were a lot of teams that could have been there but didn't have the opportunity to.
Do you know how do you think this impacts the NFL next year if there's no college season? Like when it comes to drafting, because like
I saw what
there-
Burrow said.
hit me with it because I don't know if I saw that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were setting yourself up for the Joe Burrow.
No,
So I saw he had a tweet. He basically was saying that he feels for these guys that are in the Big Ten, the Pac-12, because, you know, if he had his season canceled last year, I mean, think about that. He
Right.
was a nobody before last year's college football season, and he had the best football season in the history of college football for a quarterback. Now you
it-
take that season away, he's a
he probably would
nobody.
have been. Well, he'd
He's
be
a
like
nobody.
a third round pick at best.
Who knows? But he's certainly not going number 1.
No, not at all. And you know, you think about because it sucks for those players, but you know, on the business end for the NFL, it's gonna suck for them too. Like that's gonna be something that we see the effects of because like, are people gonna be or like NFL teams gonna be just more conservative? Are they just not gonna care about their picks for this year? Like, are they gonna be trading them more and more through the season as like they realize there's no college football, right?
I mean, we're in uncharted territory, Andrew. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm saying I don't think there's going to be a college football season because going back to that equal opportunity, people who play this season in the SEC, if they have their season, in the ACC, if they have their season, if they play this season, they have a significant advantage over players in the Big Ten and the Pac-12 and any other conference that cancels their season.
I also kind of wonder, do you like there are guys who are already shoo-ins to get drafted, like the running back for Clemson, Etienne, I think is how it's pronounced. He's like a stud running back. OSU has a really good running back who's going to get drafted almost guaranteed no matter what. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence is going to get drafted next year. I just don't know if they don't have a season, those guys would be okay. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, you're
Like,
talking
you-
about the top 0.1% of college football players.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm also curious, like if they have this season and everything goes just, you know, normally, Trevor Lawrence is probably the number 1 pick. It's a lock, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But even if they don't have a season, he's probably still a lock, right? Or do you think this dramatically changes that?
If they do not have a season, or if they
Yeah,
do
if there's no college season,
I think it's still a lock.
I think so too.
I think the only thing that hurts his chances is if he's allowed to play because the ACC, let's just say for argument's sake, that the ACC and the SEC are the only 2 conferences that play their seasons. I think the only way it hurts his stock or his draft stock is
if he plays poorly.
If he plays poorly, where it's showing like what's going on, or if he gets hurt. That's
also true.
That's another thing. He
Honestly,
could get a Tuavangaloa injury.
Well,
He could
that
get a
actually
Tua injury.
brings up another good point. Like
Tonga
if the season,
Vailoa. I can say it. Andrew. No, Andrew, listen. Andrew, ready?
say it again.
Tua Tonga Vailoa.
Yep. And
I
he
did it
is
right.
from, and where's
He's
he
from
from?
Hawaii. Well, he's from
Okay,
Hawaii.
cool.
You
I was just
can't have
checking.
you can't have a name like that and not be. I mean, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I was going to say, go ahead, finish.
I'm not going to finish that.
So here is the other thing. Okay, let's say that all the conferences except for the ACC and the SEC cancel, right? You're going to have a lot of kids wanting to sit out, even though, because like, what's the point of going out there to play part of a season that honestly could get canceled at any moment? Why go out there and get hurt because now I'm thinking about if I'm Trevor Lawrence, why go play a season that's not going to have a national championship and risk getting hurt when I'm already got a pretty good career in the NFL panned out?
That's a perfect, yeah, that's a perfect argument, because you are seeing a trend of people like Christian McCaffrey. He didn't play in his bowl
Right.
games.
Right, because why would you?
Games that don't mean anything to these players that have already made a name for themselves, they're not going to risk it, because why would you?
Trevor Lawrence is also talking about he wants to unionize college football athletes for the
Does he?
NCAA.
No, I haven't heard this.
I wish I find the quote. It's really long, so I wouldn't read the whole thing anyway. But basically, he's saying like, you're going to send these college kids back home, not playing football, where they're not going to have good health care, and they're going to go back to these bad places where like a lot of people use football as an escape, blah, blah, blah. And the big thing for him was that if we're playing and we're all together, we're going to get mandatory tests, and we're going to be in a place where we can get medical care and like all this kind of stuff. And he says, you're kind of taking that away from us too, as, an organization that we depend on, because, that's just what it is. It's the NCAA, man.
Right. Here's something else. I mean, this decision has a ripple effect. I mean, it impacts so many things. I mean, we're a sports betting podcast. College football is a huge market in Vegas.
Oh, it's gigantic.
It brings in billions of dollars a year. That's lost revenue.
Well, I'm pretty sure Mississippi is I think part of their highest percentage GDP is college sports betting.
So if you don't have a college football season, I mean,
well, and that's just for us betting. I mean, seriously, think about like the schools and like the fallout of not having that ticket revenue. I mean, that's how a lot of those, because they're quote unquote nonprofit, right? Which means that they don't make money for the program. What they really do is make money for the school, and then the school budgets for the program. And that's
right.
like how, so like, I'm curious if we will see a drop in budget, just the yearly annual, next year when it comes to football season, just because they didn't bring any money in.
I don't know, but you know what, Andrew? We're not a sports ticket podcast, so who cares?
But we could be though, if Ticketmaster wants to reach out,
or Vivid Seats.
Another one of them.
Yeah, another one.
I've never used Vivid Seats actually. I've used StubHub. I've used StubHub and Ticketmaster, but
I think I used Vivid Seats once for a Cubs game. I mean, I'm not biased when I'm buying tickets. I just look for the cheapest price.
I mean, yeah, I'm not too picky. As long as it's not Spirit.
That's an airline, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's not great. Although, okay, I'll say this though. I know, I don't want to dive too far off. But
no, do it, Andrew.
If you're flying nationally, city to city, I mean, even if you're flying fucking LA to New York and you're flying Spirit, you can't sit in a shitty flight for like 6 hours. Like, fuck you. You're not too good for that. Save your money.
Very well said, Andrew.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so college football. I guess we'll see tomorrow. I guess we'll see what
sucks.
Actually happens.
But, well, I'm sure we'll tweet about it or something.
Yeah, well, you take care of the Twitter, Andrew.
Yeah,
I take care of the Instagram.
Watch for it because you'll like it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. I got a good Instagram post for this week.
Hit me with it.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to finish. You just stopped.
Okay, so can you tell that I'm talking a little quietly?
Yeah, actually, I was wondering if you're like, is somebody sleeping?
Okay, fuck. Okay, I'm going to have to mix this so my voice sounds a little bit louder than usual, but I'm not in Chicago like I usually am. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm here visiting some family, and obviously we do our podcast every Monday night now. New episodes every Tuesday morning. And I need a good place to record. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. There's a walk-in closet in the guest room. There's even, like, I can bring a desk in there, and I was getting super excited. And I brought, like, my computer and my mic in this walk-in closet, and there's no outlets, like, anywhere.
Oh, that sucks.
And if you remember, in one of our test episodes that have now been deleted, there was an incident in one of the test episodes where I needed to scramble and get my charger because my laptop was dying. Do you remember this?
Right.
Charger Gate.
I do remember. I do recall.
So I wasn't gonna, Andrew. I wasn't gonna put myself in that situation again.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't. You'd be hearing from me.
So now I am in my niece's playroom. It's a nice playroom. I mean,
It's very nice. It's the best playroom.
She has a good setup, but it is across the hall from her bedroom, and then everyone else is downstairs watching TV. And so
she's sleeping.
Oh, she's sleeping. So now I got to.
Well, if she wakes up though, you should ask her about sports betting.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, she'll be
start them young.
She'll be our first guest on the podcast.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
So anyway, there was one point earlier in this podcast I was like, getting really animated because we were talking about college football getting canceled. Like, how am I not supposed to get animated on that? And I'm wearing my Apple Watch, and I get a text from my wife who's downstairs.
She's like, shut the fuck up.
And she's like, could you not talk so loudly? Oh my God. And I'm like, oh fuck, dude. I'm either going to wake my niece up or
get killed by your wife.
Yeah. So I'm playing a dangerous fast and loose game right now. So
I will remember you.
I am talking into the mic as best as I can, but as quietly and direct as I can. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, so let me know if I'm getting a little too soft. I don't want to get too soft, Andrew.
Of course not.
But if there is, because obviously we're not in the same room, if there is a difference in our sound levels, I'm going to have to take that into account when mixing this episode.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Hey, bleep that out.
Yeah, cut it.
Cut it. We'll just cut all of this so people don't actually need to
have to listen.
Yeah, have to listen to our production process.
So that's college football. It's really sad, but I mean, I don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to cry on air. So if you want to talk about more
our
football,
new segment?
or what do you want to?
No, I want to talk about a new segment.
Sure, let's
go. Our new segment, good, bad, ugly bets. So what we're going to do is hopefully every week, because hopefully every week we're betting, although this week I'm not betting because I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, you're in North Carolina. You literally can't, can you?
Fuck, dude. That's an ugly right there, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Ugly. I cannot sports bet in North Carolina. I mean, I guess I could use Bovada or like.
Oh yeah, it's not
my
even worth it.
Yeah, I'm not. Because
there's a lot of stuff where it's like sometimes people don't get paid out, and it's just like.
I mean, I think Bovada is pretty legit at this point, but I'm just not gonna. I'm too lazy. I'm not gonna set up a whole nother, because once I'm back in Chicago in a week, I'll be right on the Bet Rivers Express.
Oh, your favorite.
Fuck that. But okay, so that's my ugly, is that I actually can't bet this week. So you're gonna have to do most of the sports betting this week for us.
That's funny because you go to Minneapolis tomorrow, and
Jesus Christ,
we're actually that's ugly as well.
A double fugly.
But we can bet with each other.
Okay, actually, no, I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. We'll think of something. I'll bet you $100 on something.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can still do this. We just have to be each other's bookie.
Oh God, yeah, that works.
Great idea, Andrew. Holy shit. Okay, so that's my ugly. That's your ugly as well.
Yeah, that's also my ugly.
Let's talk about the bad. We'll just lead up to the good. So we're gonna do a reverse order this time. The bad, I only have one bad this week.
Okay.
Which I did do a 3-leg MLB parlay last week.
Jesus, okay.
On the run line. The Astros fucking ruined it for me. I bet on the Yankees, I bet on the Dodgers, and I bet on the Astros. And the Astros fucked me. The Astros fucked me hard. They lost to the Diamondbacks.
Did they cheat? They didn't cheat?
If they did a poor job because they did not win the game. We need a bigger fucking trash can.
I hate the Astros, man.
Why didn't you laugh at that? That was pretty funny. We need a bigger trash can. Do you get that reference?
Maybe. No?
Andrew, Jaws. We need a bigger boat. We need a bigger trash can.
I just see red when I hear the Astros name. I just want to throw a ball at their head.
You have been watching baseball, Andrew, for like 2 weeks. Settle down.
Yeah, but guess what? You know what I hate? cheaters, and I hate when the integrity of the game, because I love sports. Like, why would I fucking want anyone to win cheating and then not get punished? Like, if they cheated, it's like, okay, and then if they get fined and they get everything stripped away and all that shit, it's like, okay, they got punished for it. But now the players are trying to punish them for it, and the league's like, nah, probably don't do that. And I say, fuck that.
That, you know why that's really funny but also ironic?
Why is that?
Because you're a Patriots fan or a Tom Brady fan.
Patriots don't cheat. Actually, I can't even say that. I could say Tom Brady doesn't cheat though.
Can you though?
I mean, not with absolute certainty, but I mean, I couldn't honestly. I couldn't sit here and tell you that the Astros actually cheated.
I mean,
because I don't. Did. I mean, how do you know? Though.
Just because the overwhelming evidence. I mean, look, you can't just Andrew. Let me tell you something. You can't just go on a rant about how you hate cheaters and the Astros and all this stuff. And then when I bring up the Patriots, just be like, well, did the Astros even really cheat?
Okay, but I'm saying the Astros did cheat. But what I'm saying is I think the Deflategate thing is the only thing anyone has against Tom Brady. And have you ever read any of that shit? The ball was slightly and it was cold. Like, yeah, that's what happens when it gets cold. Have you ever fucking went out to your car when it's cold and touched your tires?
To touch my football that I have in my car at all times.
I mean, I also have a football. I have several footballs.
I do. I mean,
within arm's reach.
We do know that they've come in handy in the past.
So that's what I'm when I think of that, I think like I just think it's stupid. Now the videotaping stuff, that's on the Patriots as an org. So I guess maybe like that's the same thing. I don't know enough about baseball to know, like, yeah, but I don't know, like,
there's rumors. I don't know if they're substantiated, but there are rumors that the Astros also. I'm pretty sure there might be legit proof on this, that the Astros were also using video footage to cheat.
Oh, interesting. It just, and that makes me wonder, was it the org or was it like, were there players in on it? You know what I mean? Because you know for a fact that if like the org and the NFL orgs are so huge, and I would assume the baseball ones are too, but NFL organizations are so huge that if you're a practice squad defensive back, you have no idea like what the film crew is doing, and you have no idea like what you know what I mean? Like there's stuff that you're not even privy to. So I can only imagine that there's a big divide between player and like video team, promotions team, all that kind of shit.
Maybe. I mean, Jose Altuve wore a wire, 100%.
Are you sure because he wouldn't take his shirt off?
Yeah. Andrew, he said that he wouldn't take his shirt off because his wife wouldn't let him, because his wife didn't want him to show off his body.
Hey, that's a thing, man. Some people have complicated marriages. You can't.
Jose.
No okay, way, hey, Jose.
Hey, wait. While we're going to do a segment within a segment. So like segment inception. I have some questions for you while we're on the topic of baseball.
Oh, goody.
Okay, so for those of you that do not know, Andy doesn't watch baseball. Never grew up watching baseball. Doesn't know shit about baseball. Okay, yes.
Go Cubs.
This is the first season that he's watching baseball. He had no idea who Anthony Rizzo was. There was a whole scandal. It's a big blow-up thing in Chicago, Rizzogate. I don't even think it's blown over yet, buddy, but we'll carry on.
Well, I mean, did people listen to last week's episode?
If they didn't, they should have at least gone to YouTube or Instagram to see our content posted, because I posted that. But anyway, let's move on to Rizzogate because it makes me uncomfortable, honestly. Okay, so first question, the MLB test, baseball test with Andy. We'll shop the name. Workshop the name. Okay, when a baseball hits, okay, actually, fuck. Okay, when a hitter hits a baseball, okay, you do know what the foul line is, right? If it goes to the left of the foul line or the right of the foul line?
Right, there are two baselines that extend like from the diamond, correct?
Correct. Okay, so if it goes on one side, it's a foul. If it goes on the other side, it's in play. What if a batter hits it and it hits the foul poles, the yellow foul poles that basically, you know what foul poles are, right?
Yep, they're on the corners. right?
Yep, and they're giant, usually giant yellow structures.
They're like field goal posts.
Sure, yes. That's a very, very good way of describing it. What happens when a ball hits that pole?
Okay, so my guess is going to be it only matters on which way it bounces. If it bounces in, it's in, and if it bounces out, it's out.
Oh my god, I love this. I love this segment. You're wrong. It's a home run.
No.
It's a home run.
No, it is not. Really?
Yes,
Because
it
are
is.
they positioned because they're only high enough that it would be technically if it went, it would be over the fence?
Well, they're positioned so that they're in play. So
Well,
basically,
Okay, so if you
Andrew,
okay, interesting. So if you got really good at hitting those, you just hit home runs all the time.
yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Like
No,
one-
I mean you just aim for it.
Sure, yes, you're absolutely right. But since they're literally in direct path, so like if it goes on the left of the foul line, it's foul. Or it goes on one side of the foul line, it's foul.
Yeah,
But if it stays
the
on
outside
the
of the
foul line,
foul.
so if it stays on the foul line, like say someone, do you know what a bunt is?
Yeah, a bunt is when you pussy your bat, right? So that way it just hits it and it taps off, and then it's usually done so because they back up because you're like a pinch hitter or something, right?
Right. Yeah.
They're a little bit.
Yeah, that's good enough. A plus. So you pussy
When
your
is
bat.
when is A plus good enough?
It is in this segment. So you're absolutely right. But if that ball travels on the line and then just stays and sits on the line, it's still fair.
Okay, it has to pass the line to not be fair.
It has to pass the line to not be fair. So that's why
Okay.
the foul poles are technically in play. And if you hit them, it's a home run
Okay, today I learned.
because they're right on the line. Okay, that was good. I have one other
I'm ready.
baseball question. Do you know what happens in the middle of the 7th inning?
Is it the 7th inning stretch?
Yes, it is. Do you know what that is?
I'm gonna take a guess here, and it's when they pause the game and everyone in the stands gets up to stretch.
That is exactly right. Do you know what song they usually sing?
Does it take me out to the ball game?
Andrew, you're on fire. A plus, Andrew.
Fuck
And
yeah.
that's not
Dude,
that's not good enough. That's perfection.
Dude, at the beginning of that question, when you said, "Do you know?" I thought you were gonna say the Muffin Man, and I was like,
No,
"Oh
for
no!"
real. Do you know what baseball player was nicknamed the Muffin Man?
Is this an actual question?
Yeah, extra credit question.
Oh fuck, I don't know. Give me a hint. Give me a hint.
He was very large.
I don't know.
Some consider him the greatest baseball player of all time.
Was it Barry Bonds?
No.
I have no idea. I think I know who it was. What's his name?
Have you seen The Sandlot?
Yeah, but it was forever ago. It's wait, who is it?
The Sultan of Swat? The
Okay.
Colossus of Clow?
Uh-huh.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
The candy
the
bar?
candy bar.
Do you know who that is?
Babe Ruth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one who ate hot dogs and drank beer and smoked like in the dugout, right? I'm not even kidding. Like that's really what he did, right?
No, you're absolutely. Again, Andrew, A plus. However, I made that whole thing up. He was never nicknamed the Muffin Man.
Oh,
But that's pretty
because
funny.
when you said he's huge, I was like, okay, I know who this is, but I can't think of I can't visualize it. But once you said his name, I was like, oh yeah, the one who smoked and drank and ate hot dogs during fucking games.
Yeah, but no, he was never nicknamed the Muffin Man. But maybe we can.
He
get
is
that.
now.
Yeah. Maybe
We just have to go to
get that going.
Wikipedia and edit it. That's all we have to do.
The Muffin Man, Babe Ruth. Babe, the Muffin Man,
you know?
Ruth.
So what do you think? Do you got any more for me then, or is that it?
That was it.
Dude, flying colors this week. I'm in it.
Honestly, Andrew, I was very impressed.
I kind of know everything about baseball.
I mean, you did get the foul pole question wrong, but you got the
Well,
7th inning stretch one.
I got the
Perfect.
spirit.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you guys are following us, that was a segment within a segment. So let's pull ourselves out of segment 1.
Right.
Inception,
And you want to talk about your
Segment.
bad bet.
segception, and yes, we were talking about my bad bet because the Astros fucking ruined it. and they ruined my parlay. They ruined my 3-leg parlay for the run line. I just lesson for everyone out there: don't bet on baseball.
You never bet on baseball. Even when I was a betting junkie like last year when it first started, I like just stayed away from baseball, and I was betting on everything back then.
Yeah, it's too unpredictable. Fuck it. Okay, the good. Let's finish with the good.
Well, here I can talk about my bad bets.
Oh yeah, Andrew, you're a part of this.
I'm involved. I made 2 bets because I lost so much on DFS like the week before. I was like, you know what I want? I want a nice, easy win. So I bet moneyline Lakers twice against the Thunder and the Rockets.
Do you know why that's a bad bet?
Why is that a bad bet?
Because the Lakers lost.
That is a bad bet. And you know what I think? You know what I think it was? They secured the first seed. I think they just were like fucking. I think they did what LeBron normally does in the regular season. When they get that first seed and they secure it, they kind of take their foot off the gas, and then when they get into the playoffs, they start to rev it up. And I thought because they were in the bubble that wasn't going to happen, just because it's going to be so close to playoff time. I didn't think LeBron would let it happen.
And you were wrong.
I was wrong. And then, like I said, I bet on the Lakers Thunder, and then I bet on the Lakers Rockets. And then I thought, what are the odds that they lose money line a third time?
Andrew, this is starting to look ugly.
Yeah, they
Andrew,
they lost to the Pacers.
I think that's in the ugly column, dude.
I mean, they're beating the Nuggets right now. I don't have any money on this, but if they do beat the Nuggets, then I'll be upset. But
wait, do you have it on right now? Do you have a bet going right now?
No, I'm not betting. I'm just watching I almost made the bet. That's why I'm watching the game, because I have to know.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad, Andrew. That's borderline ugly.
Triple, especially because like that's like betting on the Patriots at the moment, and like watching the Patriots lose like twice in a row.
I do have one more bad bet that I forgot. I lost the Blackhawks over under on Friday when they were playing the Oilers. It was game 5. They did win, so this kind of ties in with my good because I'm 3 for 3 Blackhawks money line bets. I mean,
you got to keep it running.
I do.
If they never lose, you could just constantly bet them.
Think about that golden egg. The golden egg of I bet the Blackhawks money line and they win every single time I bet the money line, because that's what's happening right now.
That just means that Andrew, you're magic.
I'm 3 for 3.
You could bet on the finals because as long as you're betting on them, you'll know they'll always win.
Right. I could honestly take them wherever I want. I want them to win.
Make them pay you.
I want them to lose. I don't bet. Because guess what? The games that they lost, I didn't bet on.
That's crazy. We're going to have to call somebody. New York Times.
Okay. So I did lose the over-under in that game. It was 6. And I believe the final score was 3-2. So was one off on that one. Sucks.
Hate to see it.
But the good and the very good, like let's highlight that. 3 for 3 on moneyline Blackhawks bets.
That's the good, baby.
That is the good. I just hit my microphone. Did you hear this? Did you hear the
Not
feedback?
at all.
Thank God.
I mean, I'd probably lie to you if I did, but
well, we can just. I'm gonna edit
play
it
back.
Out. I'm gonna edit it out. Don't worry about it. I'll bleep it out.
Okay. Well, so
what
were my good bets?
Did you even have any good bets, Andrew?
I did not. Well, I will.
That's an ugly.
That's an ugly in itself, dude. Like I ate it hard this week because I made those. Like I kind of told myself I was gonna take a light week, and that's why I only did moneyline bets, and they all fucked me. So
get good, Andrew.
Listen, I got a lock next week though.
Okay. So,
and by next week I mean tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. So this is another segment that we're gonna lead into. This is called 5-star bets. We played around with it a little bit in our test episodes. It made it to our real episodes. We pulled it up from the minor league. It's now in the majors. 5-star bets. These are bets that we know are going to hit. Like I am 100% confident that this bet right here that I'm about to tell you is going to hit, and I'm betting on it. That was me setting you up, Andrew.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go.
Well, you said no. You brought it up first, so I was just leading into the segment.
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Well, I'm taking the Celtics against Memphis.
That's your 5-star.
That's my 5-star, yeah. At minus 230.
Minus 230.
Taking the money line. We're not touching spreads. Fuck that. If I'm locking you guys, we're talking money line.
Andrew. Minus
Yeah.
230. Although it sounds like a lock, that doesn't really seem like the juice is worth the squeeze.
I'm telling you right now, it's all about real slow building progression. You'll thank me later when your portfolio has doubled in 2 years.
What's the spread on that game? Do you know?
No, I do not know the spread on that game.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just wondering because I'm genuinely curious.
I can here. Give me 1 second.
Okay,
The spread on that game is 5.
that's not that much of a big spread.
Hey, it's my lock. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to
sorry,
fight about it?
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling good right now. I'm on top of the world with my 3-for-3 money line Blackhawk bets. I know next week. Well, I'm not going to bet this week, unfortunately, because I'm in North Carolina. But I know that I'm just going to be right back at the bottom in like 2 weeks from now. So just let me enjoy this moment.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I'm clawing my way back.
Okay, speaking of 5-star bets, Blackhawk money line. Guess what my first 5-star bet is?
Is it the Blackhawk money line?
It's the Golden Knights money line who play the Blackhawks.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
betrayal.
No, I'm fucking with you. It's Blackhawks money line versus the Golden Knights tomorrow. They're plus 165 right now. I'm taking
baby.
it. I'm taking
Sure.
it.
Well, let me know how that. Oh, I mean, you're not really taking it.
I mean, I'm taking it. Well, you know what? I actually could message one of my Chicago buddies and just have them place it for me on like Bet Rivers. Is that allowed? Did I just incriminate myself? Is that allowed?
I think it's allowed at certain casinos.
Well, let's just say hypothetically, I might do that
If it's allowed.
If it's allowed. Also,
understandable.
I'm not going to steal this one, but one of my buddies in Chicago, he has been hitting the Blackhawks 2.5 over to score. So basically, the Blackhawks just need to score over 2.5 points, and you win the bet, no matter if they win or lose.
Ah, okay.
So he's been hitting that pretty often.
It's a lot of points.
There have been a lot of goals so far.
Goalies suck, huh?
The Oilers goalie sucked.
You know what I'm excited for? Speaking of over-unders, I can't wait for the football season and we can consistently bet 3.5 over field goals.
Oh my God. Okay,
it's the safest bet.
Yeah, thanks, PFT. Okay, so Blackhawks money line plus 165. I'm not including the Blackhawks 2.5 goal over, but I'm just sprinkling it in there. You know, that's just like the little sprinkles,
A little treat.
Little treats. But it's not endorsed by me. I'm just saying.
It's out there and it exists.
I just know.
Do with that what you will.
Exactly. I know someone who's had success with that. But I saved the best bet for last. Andrew, okay. I am so confident on the next bet that I'm about to talk about. I would Lance Armstrong my testicles.
No matter what you say, I'm betting 100 on it tonight.
I would bet one of my testicles, get it Lance Armstronged off.
Yep.
Hashtag live strong. This isn't like, I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying.
I'm not making fun of cancer. I'm just making fun of the man.
He's talk about cheaters, Andrew. He should be on your hot list right now. He should be on your kill list. But anyway, that's not a cancer kill joke either.
Yeah, right? It sounded like it, but keep going. Keep going. What do you want to bet on?
Okay. MLS final is tomorrow. Portland and Orlando City, okay?
Okay.
Now the over-under right now is 2.5 goals. Here is some statistics that I myself dug into today because I'm so on this bet right now, okay? Portland. So as you know, or maybe you don't know, as if you're listening, but the MLS has been having a tournament. Basically, that's like their their thing right now in
Their
Disney
thing.
World. Well, that's their like playoffs, I guess. They just had a round robin. They had like a World Cup style tournament, and the finals are tomorrow, Tuesday, August 11th. Portland in this entire tournament has scored at least 2 goals in their last 5 of 6 games. Okay, they've played 6 games up until this point. Of
It's a
those
lock.
6, they've scored 2 goals in 5 of them. Are you listening to me?
What about the other team?
Okay, I'm getting to that. Orlando,
Are you listening? And then I ask an intense question. You're like, but we'll get there.
Andrew, Orlando City, the other team,
OC.
hasn't not scored a goal the entire tournament.
That's 3 goals if my math is right.
2 plus 1 is 3, Andrew. 3 is greater than 2.5, which is the total. Andrew, this bet is a lock.
Hammer
Lock
it.
them, dude. Lock it.
Hammer the
load
over.
It. Pop, drop, and lock it, dude. Lock that fucking bet. That actually could be a good segment. Pop, drop, and lock it.
I'm in.
You pop the bet, you drop it, and then you got to fucking lock it, dude.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll bet 100 tonight.
Dude, 2 plus 1.
I wonder, does William Hill, I wonder, have that odds?
Bet Rivers does. William Hill.
The superior sports betting app.
If Bet Rivers has it, William Hill fucking better have it. If William Hill considers themselves a true sports book, they would have America's new pastime in on their books.
It's European
MLS,
soccer, right?
No, MLS.
Oh, MLS.
No, Andrew, not European. Do I need to like quiz you on soccer every week too?
Major League. There's South American soccer on here, and there's
No,
European
Andrew,
soccer.
I just said Portland versus
No,
Orlando City.
I know what you said, but there we
Andrew,
go. U.S.
Jesus
soccer. Hell yeah.
Christ.
Portland, Orlando. Over under
Yes.
2.5. There we go. Over minus 145.
Is it minus 145?
Yeah, it is.
Those are. It was
I mean,
minus,
it's still money.
It was minus 115 in the Bet Rivers app. I mean, that's how much of a lock it is. They're starting to realize.
I'm in. I placed my bet. I just placed $20 on it.
All right, it's not 100, Andrew, but I do appreciate.
Well,
you
I
listening
thought
to my
if it would have been minus 115, it would have been 100. But I'm not doing 100 on minus 4 or 145 because
that's sound logic, Andrew.
I get scared when things are like too sure.
Yeah, 145. I don't care. It's a lock, Andrew. It's a fucking.
Well,
lock.
here we have a segment left that I really am looking forward to doing, and we only have about 20 more minutes. So I would love for us to move into it.
Don't time check us.
Whoa,
This is
whoa,
our
whoa,
podcast.
whoa.
We can go as long as we want.
You're being a little loud there, guy.
I know shit. I keep like looking at my watch like am I gonna get like is the door gonna bust open?
The worst part is it gets later and later too. So like you're like at first you're like, okay, I'm keeping her up maybe, but it's not that late. And now you're like, okay, now I'm keeping up a child like super late and I'm gonna get yelled at.
I know, dude. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier when I was explaining my setup, but I am literally in my niece's tiny ass like play chair, and I'm using her tiny ass like table that she puts like Legos and blocks in as like the stand for the microphone and the laptop. So like I'm gonna post a picture on Instagram tomorrow of my setup. So I think that's funny, Andrew.
No, I think it's funny too. It's like you're in your own war room, which is perfect for this mock draft for fantasy that we're about to do.
Okay, yes, let's do our mock draft.
Okay, so really quick, just for everyone who's listening, we're going to do a fantasy mock draft. We're going to use Sleeper as the app. We're going to do 12-man. It's only going to be 8 slots. It's going to be a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 flex. We're not going to do kicker defense. We're going to talk a little bit about our picks. Ian is picking from the 101. I am picking at the 107.
Explain what that is for our listeners.
So obviously fantasy football works like you draft players.
No, I just mean like 101.
Well, yeah. Yep. So and when you draft, it goes into a certain order, and you're going to go from the person who's in the first slot, which is the 101, which is first round first pick, and then it goes 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, all the way down to 12. And then it goes snake order typically. So then whoever picked 12th is going to get to pick first in the second round, which would be the 201. And it goes back and forth like that, make it a little bit more fair, and they'll go until we're full.
That sounds good to me. I have the first pick because
Yes, you do.
I don't know why you picked the 7th pick. There's only 2 of us, Andrew.
It's good to practice, right? Because it lets you know who's getting picked where, right?
I guess. The draft has
so?
not started yet. Okay, now it's my turn.
Yep. So who are you going to pick 101?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm picking Christian McCaffrey.
Right. And I don't think that that's bad. I mean, that's a great pick, obviously.
Okay, Andrew, if you were in my position, who would you pick?
Christian McCaffrey, for sure.
Okay.
Although I would say if somebody did pick Saquon, I mean, I don't think I would freak out on him. I think that's an easy.
Is my memory playing tricks on me, or did he not have that great of a season last year?
He was hurt. He hurt his ankle.
That too, yeah.
Yep. So it's my pick. The people who went second, third, fourth, we got Saquon, Michael Thomas, Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, and Alvin Kamara all went between Ian and I. So now I am up next. This is a PPR league. So now I get to
points per reception.
Yep, exactly. So now I got to decide how I want to do this. I think it's really risky to take Clyde Edwards. It's really risky to take him because he's a rookie.
Say. Yeah, why is he ranked so high?
I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna grab Devontae Adams.
By Derrick Henry. I'll check both.
Yeah, and there went Julio. I really wanted Julio to come back to me. Oh, Patrick Mahomes went in the second round. That's insane.
So the computer, I mean, for you nitwits out there that don't understand what's happening, the computer is auto picking between my spot and Andy's spot.
Right. Yep. An AI is picking it. So then after I went, Josh Jacobs went off the board, Derrick Henry, Clyde Edwards, Julio Jones, Kenyon Drake, Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, and then Patrick Mahomes, which is kind of crazy, quarterback going so early. I'm in another tough spot because I think the best running back on the board that's left, upside-wise, is Aaron Jones. But I don't want to go back-to-back Packers because that puts me in a rough spot fantasy-wise, right? Because I'm depending on one team.
Right.
But somebody made it back to me, which is crazy, in the second round. I'm going to go DeAndre Hopkins.
That's 2 wide receivers, but that's a good pick by Lamar. God, I mean, I wasn't going to pick him.
Right, Lamar. So Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, Chris Godwin, James Conner, and then Lamar Jackson went off, and now Ian is on the clock.
Oh, man. Travis Kelce is ranked next, but I don't like picking a tight end this early.
I agree with you. I typically don't either.
I think I'm gonna go Todd Gurley the second.
Okay. I think that's a risky pick personally.
It's risky.
But I think he's in a good position. Well, the Falcons
problems.
Well, and the Falcons are also they have all these vacated targets in the backfield. They're gonna have to pass the ball to somebody, and Todd Gurley is that guy, right?
Yeah. So wait, why is this risky? I'm actually gonna stand my ground.
No, I don't think it's a horrible pick. I just think it's you think about.
You didn't say it was a horrible pick. You just said it was risky.
I think it's risky because I think the Rams got rid of him for a reason. And if you look at what he did last year, he wasn't targeted and dropped the ball. They just didn't target him in the passing game, which means that he was either written out of those pass plays, which he wasn't the year before, or Jared Goff wasn't comfortable throwing him the ball. So either he was dropping in practice or something like that, but he was written out from those pass plays. So something is weird there. Plus they didn't re-up his contract, right?
Right. Okay. Good reasoning. It's my turn again, back to back. Travis Kelce, third round. I think that makes sense. We have Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Kenny Golladay, Mike Evans, and David Johnson as the top 5.
Right. And you're good at running back. I mean,
I know. I'm not going to pick David. I mean, I guess I could stack up, but no. I mean, I think I'm going to go Travis.
Then Golladay went, Adam Thielen, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, and then Chris Carson. Okay. So now I'm in an interesting spot because I never take tight end in the third round. And I could draft George Kittle.
Are you gonna?
I am not going to. I think I am going to instead draft Le'Veon Bell as my RB1.
It's not bad.
Just because he had a down year last year, and I really think that he is going to be coming back up. And the way he catches passes in a PPR league, like I think that's makes it have a good floor. Plus, I need a running back to complement my 2 wide receivers.
There goes George Kittle, David Johnson, Odell Beckham, Juju, Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, Melvin Gordon, Robert Woods, and DJ Baby Shark.
Dude, I love DJ Chark a lot. Kind of sad that he went off the board in the 4th. Excuse me. But now I need another running back. Who is available for me here?
See, I shouldn't have picked Travis Kelce. I already have regrets because I bet I could have gotten Mark Andrews in the 4th round. I'm glad this is just a mock. You know what, Andrew? I'm glad this is just a mock.
Well, you say that because I was thinking about picking Mark Andrews here.
Oh,
but
man, I'm just playing games with you.
I think there are guys in the later round that I think I can grab. For my next running back, though, I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna go Jonathan Taylor.
This seat is so uncomfortable. It's also tiny. The seat I'm sitting in. I mean,
you're a small guy, so
it's a tough. I'm actually not, Andrew. I'm not even going to play the PFT bit, but I actually am a hard 5'9", probably closer to 5'10" than 5'9". Okay, it is my turn.
Yeah, I went Jonathan Taylor, the rookie, for the Colts. That offensive line is nuts. He's going to split carries to start with Marlon Mack, but I think he's got the talent. When he gets that job, he's going to be a bell cow. So we got Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, AJ Brown, Mark Ingram, David Montgomery. And then you picked your first wide receiver, DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, like him. He's super jacked.
That's true. He is jacked.
This is his 2nd year in the league.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's got
Russ.
He does. And I think I'm going to pick a second wide receiver. Scary Terry.
Yeah, I see you looking at Scary Terry.
I know I'm not he's going this round. I'd really like Scary Terry. And then there's Keenan Allen. But
Keenan Allen is scary because I don't know who their quarterback is. It's gonna be Tyrod Taylor or the rookie, right?
I'm taking Scary Terry.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, and then Mark Andrews just went. Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Swift, Zach Ertz. Okay, so now if I wanted a tight end.
See, that makes me, I mean, I think I fucked up by taking Travis in the 3rd round. I could have gotten Mark Andrews or Zach Ertz in the 5th round. I would have been, I mean, Travis Kelce, I mean, is he the best tight end? Do you think?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, George Kittle's probably close, but Travis Kelce's probably the one, you know?
I think so.
So I'm still not going to take a tight end yet. I'm looking at who I can get here. And when it comes to upside versus what I have to spend, I could play the ADP game and hope somebody comes back to me, which I really don't want to do because I'm scared I'll lose him. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft AJ Green here.
Old,
very old. I mean, he's not that old, but like
he just feels old.
If you get prime AJ Green as your wide receiver 3, like I've just done, then in a PPR league, you know, I mean, that could carry you. You know, you're taking a potential wide receiver 2 in the 5th round.
True,
but he could get hurt. He could get hurt again. Who knows?
Dak Prescott is the 2nd quarterback that the machine took.
Yep. Keenan Allen went off. No, Darren 3rd. Waller.
Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar went.
How could I do that?
Cam Akers, Ronald Jones, Stephon Diggs, Marquise Brown. So now I'm starting to kind of wonder about my QB position. We got 3 rounds left of this. I think I might take. I'm going to take Russell Wilson. I'm going to take a quarterback here.
There goes Kyler.
It was between Russell and Kyler for me.
Okay, well, I was probably going to take Russell Wilson too in the 6th round. So I'm not going to touch a quarterback probably until like the 8th.
You could snag Deshaun.
No, I don't want Deshaun.
Really, I like him a lot.
Why?
I think he's a baller.
He had 25 touchdowns last year. That is pretty impressive. 6 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
I like Deshaun, especially if you're looking at a quarterback, right?
Yeah, and then I'm going to go I kind of want to go J.K. Dobbins, but Mark Ingram has that spot pretty fucking.
Well, maybe.
sick.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, like for the season, yeah. But like, if this is a redraft league, that's kind of what we're doing here. But if this were like a dynasty or one of those keeper leagues, I think
then you definitely
want Dobbins in those later rounds
for sure. I kind of like Marlon Mack. What's his deal? What's he been up to?
That's a thing. Like, I think I look at Marlon Mack and I like him as a player, but I don't love him. I don't think he's that great. I think that offensive line is stellar. I think that he'll be okay. But I also think that they drafted Jonathan Taylor at such like a high value that their plan is to move Marlon Mack out of that role and put Jonathan Taylor in. I just don't know when it'll happen. It could be week 2, could be week 12, right?
Right. I feel like I need a 3rd string running back, and I think I'm gonna. God, James White. God.
Cam Newton throwing him the ball now.
Well, potentially.
Yeah.
I'm taking James White.
Okay. Dobbins, Marlon Mack. Okay, so I just got dicked. So I wanted Marlon Mack. I wouldn't take him normally, but I want him because I have Jonathan Taylor, so that's a good safety net for me. But he went, and then right after he went, Evan Engram went, which is the tight end I wanted. So now I think I'm gonna leave that, and I'm going to look for my final flex position. And in my final flex position, I'm going to grab Jarvis Landry. Guy who gets a lot of targets. And I think the Browns are definitely going to be, why would they take Hunter Henry? I hate the computer. All right. So now I'm stuck. Like, I have to take a tight end here.
You have no tight end, Andrew, and it's the last round.
Yep. And as I'm looking here, who do I want to take a shot on? I hate Jared Cook. I don't want it. I don't want Dallas Goedert, Mike Gesicki. I don't want anything to do with Cleveland tight end situation.
Yeah, dude, they got Hayden Hurst, Tyler Higbee, Hunter Henry. Yeah, you did get kind of dicked.
Right, but that's what you get when you like wait on these positions, right?
I told you not.
Well, no, because I didn't want to grab one early,
Andrew,
right?
I told you not to.
Jonnu Smith.
Okay. Jared Cook, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Carson Wentz, and I get to pick my last flex. And I am going to pick my man, Deebo Samuel. Go Cox.
Okay. That's a good it's a good pick.
He's a good player. And I think the 49ers are going to continue to use him.
Do you want to go over our teams really quick, just mine and yours, and compare them?
Yes. All
right, so who do you have at quarterback?
Quarterback is Deshaun Watson. 25 passing touchdowns last year, 6 rushing.
I got Russell. Russell Wilson is my QB.
Let's go running back.
I have Lev Bell and Jonathan Taylor as my 2 running backs.
I have Christian McCaffrey and Todd Gurley. Watch out.
My wide receivers are Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins.
I have DK Metcalf and Scary Terry McLaurin.
My tight end is Jonnu Smith.
Travis Kelce.
And then my flexes are AJ Green and Jarvis Landry.
And my flexes are James White, Deebo Samuel. Andrew, I killed you.
I don't think that's true.
Andrew, I'm pretty close.
I would love to hear what people have to say. People should tweet at us or text us if they know us personally.
Text us if you know us personally, or tweet us, or just comment on Instagram.
Or call me.
Actually, that's more Instagram. Yeah, call us. That's more Instagram content that I can post. Definitely posting my little setup,
Your little tiny chair.
my little tiny chair desk setup combo. But I'm also going to post what we drafted, who we drafted, and we'll see who they vote for, who our listeners vote for.
I'm all about it. Let's see. I should be able to. There we go. I'll send you a picture of my team, so that way you can do a nice little.
Yeah, nice little infographic. Don't worry about me, Andrew.
I worry about you all the time.
All right. My ass, Andrew, is so sore. I feel like I've been riding a bike. Andrew, I feel like I've been riding a bike the past hour.
We gotta wrap it.
Honestly, my ass would probably hurt less if I was riding a bike the past hour than I feel right now sitting in this tiny chair.
That was successful. I say we get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. This was Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, follow us on Insta and Twitter.
Andrew, you fuck.
Bye.
Bye.